Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got Anne with us. She scored an amazing band 7 in her IELTS test. So let's explore how she got this score in just 15 classes. Let's go to the video.
Hi, Han. Why don't you start by introducing yourself?
Hi, my name is Anne Sebastian. I'm from Kerala.
You're from Kerala, and when did you do your IELTS?
Well, I think I had taken my IELTS examination last year in the month of November.
So you took your exam in the month of November, and you got overall 7 in IELTS, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how long did it take it for you to get started? How did you prepare, and how was the full journey for you?
Well, for me, to be honest, I would say that I had taken examination before, and I had scored a less band, which was not for my requirement for getting admission. So I decided to take another examination with scoring a good band. That whatever thing that I do, whatever band I do for entering to a university was necessary for me to improve. So I decided to prepare it and give it a chance by preparing for 1 month. And at that time, I would say that I had joined the class of worship, and it's taken only 15 days. I think I was able to score this band with him.
Okay, so how did you find me?
I think I am an active user of Telegram. At that time, I decided to find out a speaking partner for myself. Then I joined a Telegram group for the English speaking community, where a random one, who had added me to his to the Telegram channel, and I was unaware about whatever things that are happening in this channel, and there were various testimonials of people saying that they got good band and also they are confident while speaking with Harshil and so on. Then I decided to give it a chance and try out his mock sections. Then after attending his mock section, I decided to go for it and started the preparation in a serious mode.
How were the classes? How was the experience? Was it fun or was it boring or anything?
I would say that it was a kind of fun and also serious mode because we were preparing for a competitive examination. So you as my mentor had given me more priority for my IELTS examination with not in a much more serious mode, but we were trying to be positive, to stay confident while speaking and improve my mistakes and go on a better way that so that I can speak confidently with no flaws. Whatever things what I say should be in a better way that a person can understand and so on. So I think that with this class I was so able to speak confidently and that was improve my English in a better way.
Can you tell me about the difference that you felt in your level of English before and after the class?
Well, to be honest, I had taken classes, offline classes. I attended there. When I had taken the speaking section, all the mentors said to me that I was speaking good and I had the potential to score 7, 8, and also whatever things that I had said is 7.5 and 8 bands. They only corrected my grammar mistakes. So I had the realization that there were some mistakes that I've been making and there were no person to correct myself. While attending your class, I realized whatever things that I am missing out, and also you recognized my problems, issues. Usually, I had some pronunciation mistake, and also my pace was much more uncontrollable way that I was speaking in a fast way, and so on. So you were at certain point of time you motivated me to speak confidently and also deliver the speech in a better way that examiner can understand. So I think after attending your class, I was in a motivated way that I can score a good band, and if I can, then any other person who is trying for IELTS can also try.
So you mentioned that you went to other offline classes. So other than how you found me and all, why did you choose my classes over the other institutes or other people?
Well, whenever we consider joining to a speaking section, I think my first priority was give more importance to a person who has prior knowledge and also experience in this field. And as entering your channel, I found out that there were many candidates who had attended the IELTS examination saying that they got good band and also they are so cool in front of you while speaking and they are not being tensed. So I think it was the one thing that I give more priority rather than any other else. That attending your mock test, I was in a state that I was able to find out my mistakes. So So at that time, I found out that no other person where I attended the offline section never had
Mm.
mentioned about my mistakes of other than the grammar ones. So
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I should go for your classes.
And in speaking, your score is 7. In listening, 8.5. Reading, 6.5. Speaking, 7. Writing, 7. Overall, 7. Right. Other than IELTS, did the classes help you in some other way? Other than IELTS or improving your score?
I would say that it helped me a lot
Hmm.
because while working also, I do
Hmm.
have an issue of controlling my pace. Because
Hmm.
when I had studied in that I did my education while doing my graduation, there
Hmm.
were many things to study. So I was in a state that I should speak a lot and also cover a lot of topics.
Hmm.
So that pace mode of my speaking was an issue for me.
Hmm.
While attending the classes, I was able to control my pace. So
Hmm.
I'm trying out to do figure out to overcome that. I
Hmm.
do have some issues with it, but whenever I speak in English, I try to control my pace. Before this examination, I was in a state that you should speak only simple English. But
Hmm.
after attending this class and your section, I found out that we should speak in an enhanced way.
Hmm.
And this enhanced English only improve our way of approaching new things, and also we would be able to communicate others in an effective way.
Hmm.
Because for IELTS examination, I don't believe that advanced English is not a requirement. We
Hmm.
should have an enhanced way of English,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
is much more better than the simple English. I was able to aspire that, and also I would say that my content knowledge.
Hmm.
Um, we can say that for each topics there are content related vocabularies.
Hmm.
I liked it, and after attending your sections, I realized that content related, whatever things that are being asked, there are certain topics for
Hmm.
that there is vocabularies. We should have that vocabularies.
Hmm.
So this are some positive outputs that I got from your class.
Yeah, I think I even gave you sample answers, right? After
Yes.
some questions. So that helped
Yes.
you to a great extent.
Yes.
And what about your mindset? So you had attended IELTS classes before. So how was your mindset for IELTS? Were you kind of nervous or were you like the chill dude?
For I would say that for the first exam, I was
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I had never
Hmm.
practiced any Cambridge listening sections for while attending that for the first examination,
Hmm.
and I never thought that there was a Cambridge part which
Hmm.
we do have to refer while attending the IELTS examination. So after attending your class, I realized that we should practice Cambridge more because
Hmm.
for the IELTS it is the main criteria, and
Hmm.
after practicing it only we do can get a good bat.
Hmm. Hmm.
So for me, first of all thing that I was quite tensed and confused with a lot of information.
Hmm.
There were various people saying that we do have to have a good vocabulary, like
Hmm.
advanced vocabulary for the IELTS examination,
Hmm.
and also there was myths about the examination that
Hmm.
if we do have a good use only good idioms and various other things, only we do can get a good band. I don't think that it is necessary
Hmm.
because if we had a good enhanced way of speaking English, we
Hmm.
can achieve this band. For the IELTS examination, I think a band in each criteria of band, they do say that from the seven band onwards,
Hmm.
there is the point that there should be a good vocabulary.
Hmm.
So it doesn't say that there should be an advanced way. Because
Hmm.
after attending your sections, I got much more motivated and confident with my speaking days. My tensions that I do had while speaking, so with my lot of confusions, whatever things that I do have to implement in this and all parts. So that tensions were being relieved after attending your class.
Okay, now about online classes. Some especially Malayalis, നമുക്കൊക്കെ ഓൺലൈൻ പറഞ്ഞാൽ വലിയ താല്പര്യമില്ല. So what was your experience with online classes? With me, it's fully online. So what's the difference that you felt since you have already went to offline classes also? So what difference did you feel? Did you face any technical issues or any other issues while attending online classes?
I don't think that I had much issues with it,
Hmm.
but I found it was comfortable for me. Because while I'm preparing for IELTS examination, I do have a project, so I
Hmm.
was able to manage both with this. And evening classes was so effective for me because I find that and figure out the time and
Mm-hmm.
also practice it in an effective way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's an issue for me. And for the online section, I would say that it was perfect for the while especially for the speaking section, the other
Mm-hmm.
person, like the mentor, should understand what we are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter whether it is an offline mentor or an online mentor. The other person who is sitting in front of us should understand whatever things that they hear. And I think for the IELTS examination, that is only the main criteria. The
Mm-hmm.
our be able to understand what we speak. So I don't think offline or online matters, but it would be better because we are in a comfortable zone. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have to go outside or take a bus or should travel, and there is no issues with our health or any other problems. There is no one. So it is so comfortable to be in an online platform to study.
Okay, what about batch classes and one-on-one? You personally took individual classes, so what do you think is the difference between the 2?
For me, it was so effective because I was able to find out my mistakes.
Hmm.
You had always after or each sections you had given me feedbacks
Hmm.
because I was able to find whatever things that I missed while speaking the part one, part two, and part three.
Hmm.
Especially for the part two, you provided cue cards which were different from my card. So it
Hmm.
was first time I was trying a cue card which was different from that. So
Hmm.
I was able to generate ideas within 1 to 2 seconds and see whatever things related to the topic. And for the part three, also I would say I was a little bit tensed. What are the things that we should include in this topic and so on. So
Hmm.
while attending your classes one sessions, I was able to find out my mistakes, grow in a better way, build my confidence level, and I was in a state that if I had an issue in this class, then in the next class I can
Hmm.
correct it and also go in a way that I can achieve a good band which is higher than that of one I had previously achieved.
Mm-hmm. So this is the mindset that everyone should have, right? Like
Yes.
improving literally every single day. So that was
Yes.
amazing, and we had amazing classes. Actually, we had good time. So the classes were interactive, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me the difference between the offline classes that you experience over there and the online ones? The major differences, other than how the teaching is. I'm talking
Okay.
about the interaction.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say that in the offline sections, we do had about 40 to 35 to 40 people,
Hmm.
and and there were limited number of teachers there.
Hmm.
And for each section, there were teachers, but they are not persons who had attended IELTS examination before.
Mm-hmm.
They only had knowledge about English, how to handle it. They had also achieved the bachelors and masters in English. They do
Mm-hmm.
know about English, but there isn't know much about IELTS examination.
Hmm.
They get a class from a person who had taken IELTS examination, so they will be able to guide us in a better way. So
Mm-hmm.
while attending the online classes, I found out that you had experienced it and you had taken examination, so you
Hmm.
know the potential of a person and you understand what level or what band the other person, the student can achieve.
Hmm.
So rather than attending an offline class with a bunch of students, it's better to attend a one-to-one session where we can find out our mistakes and also improve our speaking skills and so on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you have any advice to any IELTS aspirants, those who are preparing right now?
Of course, I do have. I would say that stay positive and always have a good, encouraged and motivated mind,
Hmm.
and never be in a phase of sad way. You should be happy always
Mm-hmm.
because don't think that it is a last chance. You can also achieve with IELTS Celestial. You have to
Mm-hmm.
join IELTS Celestial group and also Harshit's classes worth for that. And I would say that there is nothing more than his class. He would be able to help you and also find your mistakes and correct it, and you will be able to achieve a higher band than you had previously achieved.
So now, what are your future plans?
Currently I'm working as a QC here.
Hmm.
I had a one year contract job. So
Hmm.
after that only I will be able to fly
Hmm.
to Canada. I'm preparing for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's commencing on January 2024 my course.
Mm-hmm.
So after I'm preparing my visa proposal and other things and payment of fees and so on. So I'm currently in that state.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, After that, I think only after now after 4 months, I would be in Canada for my studies.
Okay, so why Canada?
uh, I would say that when starting my preparation for flying abroad, I
Hmm.
decided I had various choice of countries.
Hmm.
One thing that came to my mind was USA, but
Hmm.
I was not able to afford the cost of there. So I decided to move on a country that is being more affordable.
Hmm.
Then move on to a country that Germany. Then I had an issue that to learn a new language, it was a
Hmm.
barrier for me. So I
Hmm.
decided to choose a country which is English speaking.
Hmm.
We can be much more better because we do know some English. So while reaching a country which is English speaking only, we can improve our English and so on. So there is no issue of learning a new language and so on. So I decided to choose Canada, and
Hmm.
that's only the reason.
Okay, so after watching this video, some people will be like, God, how did you do that in 15 days? So, do you think it is possible in 15 days or even 10 days? And why do you think some people take too long?
I would say that 15 days, I don't say that it is a
Hmm.
long gap. If you do have a good English, which
Hmm.
you can improve it with Harshit within 5 days, I would say. There is no
Hmm.
problem with that because I don't, getting new vocabularies is not a factor in
Hmm.
English speaking for the IELTS examination. It is only the way that we present our ideas in front of examiner.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
we should know how to be present our ideas for the each section in the speaking examination. A
Hmm.
proper guidance is necessary
Hmm.
because if a student attend your classes, they would realize that what is the important things or important points that you have to keep while attending a session and IELTS
Hmm.
examination. So I don't think that days are doesn't matters. And for the people who take a longer than 1 month,
Hmm.
it's an issue for them. I would say that there doesn't much more have some proper guidance from other
Hmm.
persons.
Hmm.
Taking a
Hmm.
good mentor is the main thing that while preparing for IELTS examination, there is nothing about that. I would say
Hmm.
proper guidance, we won't be able to score a bank. With our limited knowledge and also the
Hmm.
videos that we see in YouTube may not help us.
Hmm.
For the
Hmm.
some people would say that it is so effective. Maybe their English would be higher than
Hmm.
whatever thing that we do expect.
Hmm.
We know doesn't know what is our level of English. So a person who has prior knowledge about it would be able to assess your English level
Hmm.
and will be able to give a band where you are. If you have a band 7, I would say that
Hmm.
the take Harshit's only 5 classes. He will
Hmm.
be able to give you about 8 to 9 bands. He will be able to guide you for that. But
Hmm.
if you have 5.5, 6 bands, you should definitely go for Harshit's more than 5 day classes. It is
Hmm.
needed because there are some issues that you will be facing. For the IELTS examiners, we would say that there are people who are knowledgeable and they do know English in a better way than, and they are taking IELTS examination for hundreds of students.
Hmm.
So they would be in a mindset that if you are speaking it not, if your English speaking skills is not good, they would say that you can improve it.
Hmm.
Give them a 5 band or 5 band.
Hmm.
So you are spending a lot of money for IELTS examination. It would be waste.
Hmm.
So it is worth to invest your money on a good mentor rather than spending a
Hmm.
lot of 1 to 2 months for studying ourselves.
Hmm.
So it is a
All right, I would like to add one more point. It all depends on your level of English. First of all, you gotta analyze what your current level of English, what you understand and what you don't understand. Then only one can actually tell you how long the preparation time can be. Usually, people, the students, my students who get 7 or above in IELTS, they only need around 1 month, and their English is already the foundations are already laid strong, and the students whose foundations aren't clear, it's not really that good. In that case, it can take up to 3 to 4 months, not more than that. If you are taking more than 5 or 6 months, then dude, you are wasting your life. Not life, basically everything. So first of all, understand, and time is really important. Some students don't get time to prepare or even practice, they just join the class, that's all. So you gotta have some time to allocate for IELTS, at least 3 to 4 or even 6 hours a day, straight 15 days or 10 days, that's enough to do IELTS, right?
Yes.
And what else did change in life after IELTS happened?
Well, at first I would say that I was in a bit confused and tensed phase because my first result was not good. So it was a tense for me while attending my second IELTS examination. So after attending and cracking this exam, I was in a happy mood. So that I should never take this IELTS examination next, and that I'm free now.
No, no, for
And
the
this
PR and all, you'll need to take it again.
yes, I was but because I'm doing my work for me, it was a relief for me because I am not so the preparation was best, and I would say that I had worked a lot for this achieving a good band. It's not easy, as people would say that they had only spent about 10 days for and they had achieved a good band and so on. I don't believe it in it. You should hard work for it, and achieving that you can make it. If I would say that after attending your classes, I even think about preparing for IELTS examination another for the next month on, and to take it for next year and also achieve a good band which is much more higher than that. So it is motivation that I had gained from your class. So that's the main thing for me, I would say. And I wouldn't say that there is any issues while attending your class. I was so happy, and after the session also, as I had said before, I was on the top of the world because I am relieved with my exam and so on. There is no tension and so on.
Okay, and what was the response of your family and relatives?
They were so happy, and I think nothing much more that. And they all had a previous mentality that my brother had achieved this band at his first attempt without any preparation. So they all thought that I can also achieve it within a month, and there is no preparation needed. But after my result, they do know that realized that there is an issue for me, and I would after achieving this examination, they were just like that. Oh, you had passed. There is no congratulations.
Okay, okay. So basically, it is IELTS is easy if you do the work. That's all, right? Under proper guidance. If you're
Yes.
kind of confused, then it's better to seek the help of a trainer. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that's all. We talked about the entire IELTS, what you're gonna do in Canada and everything. Okay. So thank you so much for joining and sharing all the valuable details about your IELTS preparation and some little advice.
Yes.
So
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank you.